Now the next topic of discussion is Grignard's reagent. Grignard's reagent, it is a synthetic reagent, and most of the organic compounds they are prepared by using Grignard's reagent. So it is a very important reagent as far as organic chemistry is concerned. It was discovered by Victor Grignard. The general formula of Grignard's reagent is RMgX, where X can be chloride, bromide, or iodine. And R can be an alkyl group, it can be an aryl group, or it can be an alkene, or it can be alkynes also. Now, regarding preparation, Grignard's reagent is prepared. It is prepared from alkyl halide reacting with magnesium in the presence or under dry condition, forming Grignard's reagent in the presence of a solvent. And that solvent can be diethyl ether. Then it can be tetrahydrofurane. It can be dimethoxyethane, or it can be dioxane. So we can use any of the solvents to prepare in the presence of which this Grignard's reagent is prepared. But the best solvent is diethyl ether. So normally this is the reaction which is written. Alkyl halide react with magnesium in the presence of dry ether, forming Grignard's reagent. Now ether is a best solvent. Why it is a best solvent? Because it is unreactive with magnesium. And secondly, ether, it stabilizes Grignard's reagent. And how it is going to stabilize? This ether forms a stable Lewis acid base complex. And because of the formation of this complex, this Grignard's reagent is stabilized. So this is the two reasons why we are using ether as a solvent, or we consider it as a best solvent. The second, the condition should be dry, because if moisture is present, then Grignard's reagent reacts with water, forming. Now this water is having active hydrogen. This is active hydrogen. This goes to CH3 and we get alkane, plus we get a byproduct. So because if water is present, then Grignard's reagent forms alkane. The second reason why we are using dry is when moisture is present, then Grignard's reagent reacts with oxygen, forming peroxide, which forms alcohol. Further forms alcohol. So because of these two reasons, the condition should be dry. Now if we see the physical properties of Grignard's reagent, then it is non-volatile, it is colorless, and it is colorless, and it is explosive in nature. So because it is explosive in nature, this Grignard's reagent, so it is always capped in a solvent, and that is ether is the best solvent. So these are some of the physical properties. Now the chemical properties. In chemical properties, this is Grignard's reagent. Now the alkyl group which is present is electron rich, and because it is electron rich, so it can function as a carbanion or a nucleophile. So because it can function as carbanion or nucleophile, so the reactions which are given by Grignard's reagent are nucleophilic substitution reactions, and second is nucleophilic addition reactions. So these are the two reactions which are given by Grignard's reagent. And why these reactions are given? Because the alkyl group is electron rich and it is going to form nucleophile. Now the reactions or the application of Grignard's reagents or the reactions given. So now we are going to discuss the reactions of Grignard's reagent. The first is nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now, under nucleophilic substitution reactions, either alkanes are formed or higher alkanes are formed or higher alkynes are formed. So, we are going to discuss three reactions. So, whenever Grignard's reagent, it reacts with another reactant having active hydrogen, for example, water or amine or alcohols. So all the three components, they are having active hydrogen. So this active hydrogen is taken up by CH3 and we get alkane. Plus we get a byproduct. So the byproduct is not important. We are getting alkanes. So whenever Grignard's reagent reacts with a reactant having active hydrogen and those compounds are water, amine, alcohol, we get alkane. The second reaction is when Grignard's reagent reacts with alkyl halide. Suppose this is the alkyl halide. Then this CH3 again goes to this alkyl group and we get CH3 plus a byproduct. So here we have one carbon, the product is having two carbon. So we are getting, what is this? We are getting higher alkane. So this is a second reaction. The third is formation of higher alkynes. So for the formation of higher alkynes, we take a triple bonded compounds which have got terminal bond, triple bond. Terminal bond means the triple bond is present on the first carbon. Now in this case again this is an active hydrogen. This will go to CH3 and we get CH4 plus another product is formed which is CH3C triple bond CMgX. Now this further reacts with alkyl halide and the product is CH3C triple bond C CH3 plus MgXCl. So this is having 3 carbons, here we are having 4 carbons. So this is the formation of higher alkynes. But the condition is the triple bond should be present on the terminal carbon. So these are nucleophilic substitution reactions given by Grignard's reagent. The next is nucleophilic addition reactions. Whenever addition reaction takes place, it always occurs by the formation of an intermediate or an addition product. It is also known as adduct. So the first reaction is when the Grignard's reagent reacts with epoxide, and this is the formula of epoxide. Whenever Grignard's reagent reacts with epoxide, there is a ring opening which takes place. And we get CH3, CH2, CH2, OMG, Br. This is an addition product or it is known as adduct. When this undergoes hydrolysis, we get alcohols. CH2, CH2, OH plus an addition product. So this is formation of primary alcohol when Grignard's reagent reacts with this epoxide. Now the next reaction is of alkyl Grignard's reagent with aldehyde or ketones. Whenever it reacts with aldehydes and ketones, we get alcohol. When the aldehyde is formaldehyde, we get primary alcohol. When aldehyde is acetaldehyde, we get secondary alcohol. And when the reaction is with ketones, then we get tertiary alcohols. So CH3, Mg, Br, when it reacts with formaldehyde, this CH3 goes to this carbon. The valency becomes 5, so this double bond breaks and go over oxygen as a negative charge, and this CH3Br goes on this oxygen. So the product is CH3O MgBr hydrogen and this. Now when this undergoes hydrolysis, we get CH3OH H. This is the primary alcohol which is formed. The second is formation of secondary alcohol by acetaldehyde. MgBr. Again the same reaction. CH3O MgBr hydrogen CH3. This is the addition product, and when this undergoes hydrolysis, we get CH3OH H CH3, which is secondary alcohol. Then the tertiary alcohol is obtained when we use ketones. This goes here. The double bond goes over oxygen as a negative charge. MgBr goes on oxygen. So we get CH3O MgBr CH3 and CH3. When this undergoes hydrolysis, we get CH3OH CH3 and CH3. Now this is the formation of tertiary alcohols. Then we have formation of ketones. So the next reaction is formation of ketone. The ketones can be prepared by using acid chloride. So the reaction is going to remain same, MgBr, forming CH3. This goes here, and this MgBr goes to this oxygen. The addition product is OMgBr Cl CH3, and on reaction with water or on hydrolysis, we will get CH3 C double bond O CH3 plus an addition product is obtained, BrCl. So this is formation of ketone. This is the formation of ketone by using acid chloride. Now the second way by which we can prepare a ketone is by using cyanide group, alkyl cyanide. So it reacts with Grignard's reagent. CH3 goes here, and this is going to come with nitrogen, and the product which is obtained is CH3 C CH3 double bond N MgBr, and on hydrolysis we get CH3 C double bond O CH3. So this is a formation of ketone from a alkyl cyanide group. The next is formation of acid, carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid is obtained when Grignard's reagent react with carbon dioxide. So again the same reaction, CH3 goes here, this will go over oxygen as a negative charge, MgBr goes on this oxygen. So the product is CH3 OMG Br double bond oxygen. When it undergoes hydrolysis, we get CH3 COH double bond. This is your carboxylic acid. And the last application is formation of organometallic compound. So for this, the Grignard's reagent reacts with silicon tetrachloride. It is an inorganic halide. When it reacts with silicon tetrachloride, then this is an organometallic compound which is formed, plus the byproduct is MgBrCl. So these are the applications of Grignard's reagent. So the first thing is Grignard's reagent only gives two types of reaction, nucleophilic addition and nucleophilic substitution. In case of nucleophilic substitution reaction, there is formation of alkane, formation of higher alkanes, or formation of higher alkynes. In case of nucleophilic addition, it always proceeds by the formation of a adduct or an addition product, which on hydrolysis is going to give corresponding product. Now, when the reaction of Grignard's reagent is with epoxide, we get primary alcohol. When Grignard's reagent reacts with formaldehyde, we get primary alcohol. When the Grignard's reagent reacts with when the Grignard's reagent reacts with acetaldehyde, we are going to get secondary alcohol. When it reacts with ketones, we get tertiary alcohols. Next is formation of ketones. Then ketones can be prepared by using acid chloride or by using this cyanide group. So these are the two preparations of how the ketones can be prepared from Grignard's reagent. And then we have formation of acid. The acid can be formed by the reaction of Grignard's reagent with carbon dioxide. And last is formation of organometallic compounds when it reacts with silicon tetrachloride, and this is known as inorganic halide. So if I sum up, then Grignard's reagent is an important synthetic reagent. It is prepared when alkyl halide reacts with magnesium in the presence of dry ether. The condition should be dry, and the best suited solvent is ether. And Grignard's reagent gives two types of reaction, nucleophilic addition or nucleophilic substitution. Why it is giving nucleophilic addition and substitution? Because the alkyl group which is present on the Grignard's reagent is electron rich, so it can function as a nucleophile or a carbon ion, and the reactions are nucleophilic addition and nucleophilic substitution. In case of nucleophilic substitution, we get alkanes, or we get higher alkanes, or we get higher alkynes. And in nucleophilic addition reactions, there is formation of primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohols. Then we have formation of ketones, we have got formation of acid, and we have got formation of organometallic compounds. So this is all about Grignard's reagent.